it. Got connected to you guys through DJ's KP.
Yeah, shout out to Kevin.
Yeah, KP and Cash. Tops Cut Off, of course. You check them out every weekday afternoon on the ride home here on Power. And, of course, KP, I mean, huge in the local music scene.
Yeah.
So
he's doing his thing right now.
He is. Yeah. And we're definitely blessed to have him and blessed to have you in studio, Josh Diamond. For people who don't know, who you are, kind of give us a rundown. Tell us a little bit about yourself and, talk about, how you got started with your music and all.
Okay, so my name's Joshua Diamond. I'm on all streaming platforms. I'm from Sussex County, man, just a beach baby for real. I started out rapping, actually, and then I switched genres. I kind of wanted to put out, like, positive music, so I now do, like, pop alternative kind of.
Yeah.
And, just, like, trying to just drop as much music as I can. Everything I'm trying to put out is positivity for the kids, for the culture down here. I really want Delaware to put Delaware on, honestly.
Nice. So you've been doing music since how long?
So I'm 27. I've probably been doing music since I was 18, 17. So
nice.
I never really took it serious though until like my friends were like, man, you're good. Like you need to do this, and then trying to stay out of trouble at the same time. Like
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, staying out of trouble. I mean,
Yeah.
I went to jail a few times for some dumb stuff. My best friend ended up shooting me.
Really?
Yeah, I went to
Wow.
jail, violated my probation for that. So I just like kind of God, honestly, like meeting Brian. He like changed my life pretty much, and like I've always in the back of my mind like said, God's got me. Like I was born with one lung. I had open heart surgery.
Oh, wow.
That's why I got all these face tattoos. And a lot of people look at me and they're like, oh, they judge, And then when you actually hear my story, that's why I wanted to do music and just like, so like kids can look up and like, you can really do these things, I never thought that I'd be on stage with Jimmy Allen and, at the local radio station that I grew up listening to every day. You know what I mean?
We appreciate that. Yeah, we're going to get into the whole Jimmy Allen thing, but no, I mean, for you,
yeah.
I mean, congratulations on all your success. I mean, and how far you've come. I mean, and then, you hooked up with Brian and the first thing, that he said when, we came in and he said, oh, this is Josh, and I'm Brian. I just keep him out of jail.
Literally, every time his phone turns off, I'm like, babe, we got to go get Josh.
No, that's a good shout out to the Crab Connect.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah, come see us.
Yeah.
17580 Coastal Highway, right across from the Lowe's in Lewis, Delaware. A lot of y'all probably know who this is on the radio, and we just appreciate the love and support that we've gotten this year, and just praise God.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. So,
Krabby Patties.
tell us, Josh, a little bit about, your connection with Jimmy Allen. How did that start?
Okay, so my boss Stu, he's known him for a while, but one day we were delivering crabs. Where were we delivering crabs?
Crushers.
We were delivering crabs to Crushers, and Jimmy Allen's cousin, Carlos, man, shout out to Carlos.
Shout out Carlos.
Yeah, shout out Carlos for real. So we actually ran into him and we sat down, we were talking, and then he goes, man, I'm this kid's manager. I'm trying to keep him out of trouble. I swear to God, like, he's got it. Like, you know what I mean? He all he does is make a music. You should listen to this. So he hears the song and he's like, wow, like, this is really good. He's like, man, I'm going to reach out to Jimmy. Like, you guys should work together. And I'm like, yeah, like, you know what I mean? Just like, oh, yeah, you got
Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? You got
Yeah,
exactly.
This is literally like a movie because on his birthday, these three girls come to pick him up, take him there. So I said, Josh, if you get in that car, nothing good's going to come from that right now, okay?
Right.
You're not going to show up to work. You might get in trouble. So he comes home on his birthday to my house. He lives in my basement. He gets a 6-pack of Corona. He's sitting downstairs by himself on his birthday. My wife's like, do you want to, like, go downstairs and, like, maybe take him out somewhere? I was like, no, he's good. He's out of jail or whatever. so anyway, I'm sitting there watching my high school basketball team. I coach at Delmarva Christian, and I'm sitting there watching their summer league game at Snow Hill on my phone, and then across my phone it goes, bring, Jimmy Allen. I'm like, no way. And you want to tell me God's not real? And I'm sitting there like, answer the phone. Jimmy's like, dude, I didn't know what you were about to send me and what I was about to open up, but he was like, this song is a hit, and I want to do it. And then, we got to talk and we came to a deal. And then I just remember me and him on his birthday high-fiving each other in my driveway.
Freaking out. He was like,
I bet.
Yeah.
Like, to him call me on my birthday and be like, man, this kid's got it. Like, that's a hit. Like, I want to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I never met the man. He don't owe me nothing. Never met this man a day in my life. Like, he's the most genuine, down-to-earth dude I probably ever met. He's taught me so much. And I've only known him for a week.
Delaware's own, of course, Jimmy Allen.
Jimmy Allen. Shout out to Jimmy Allen.
Shout out to Jimmy Allen.
Seriously.
Now,
the most hated, the most loved by us.
now you've known him, though, Brian. You said you grew up.
Yeah, so, like, I grew up at Cape. Like, I went to a boarding school in Pennsylvania, and I came back my senior year to go to Cape, and then I just know Jimmy because he'd always come do the Star Spangled Banner. He was
Yeah.
like the town favorite when it came to like doing music. Like everybody wanted to hear Jimmy, and it was nobody else. And I saw him used to go on the boardwalk when we were younger, and he would sing to people just on the boardwalk, like
Wow.
just regular old Jimmy. And just to like for him to put him in a spot like that, not even know this kid, and just come out of like everything he's been through. And then like I remember being backstage and he was like praying with his team before he went on like the show, and like we all held hands. It was like a moment that I'll never forget.
That energy was different.
Man, that's incredible. So how you feeling now, man? I mean, you got the song out, I mean,
So I just dropped a single, Are You Okay? It's on all platforms. And then the song I have with Jimmy Allen is Bad Dreams. I think that's probably dropping in a couple weeks, maybe like 3 or 4 weeks. We're gonna get the video done. Just working, networking. It's really about like sometimes it's about who you know, but it's also about like putting in that work. You know what I mean? Like you can have a lot of talent. There's probably people that can sing better than me and got more talent than me, but it's putting in that work and it's networking. You know what I mean? And like getting yourself out there. The more that you see something, the more that you're gonna be like, well, what is that? What's going on? You know what I mean? Like,
can I say that I've heard a little preview of the song and it's hot?
Yeah.
Can I say that?
Appreciate you.
Yeah. Not allowed to play it yet. You said a couple weeks, but yeah. It kind of reminds me of like alternative vibes, like that kind of joint. So man, that's just awesome. And you actually recorded like in studio live with Jimmy Allen. Like a lot of times, artists, like when they record with other artists or big time artists, especially like him, it's like
just send it over.
Right. You guys
he wanted me to pull up.
Yeah.
Again, thanks to Carlos. Like that's what I was saying when Carlos he called me one day and he was like, man, I'm gonna show Jimmy the song. And then on my birthday, he called my manager and was like, this kid's got it. Like this is a hit. I want to do it. And then a week later, pulled up to the studio, met the first time ever meeting him, and then we showed him another song I have, Beach Baby. That's not out yet though.
Also,
and,
a day we'll never forget. Being in the studio with him.
Being in the studio with him, and then like hearing Jimmy Allen like sing my song was just surreal. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, wow, like 4 months ago I was in prison, and now like I'm in the studio with Jimmy Allen. Like it's just crazy. It's God is good. Like he really is.
And if you guys want to see this content with Josh and just see everything unfold, you can follow him at I am Joshua Diamond on Instagram, and all the pictures and videos with Jimmy are all uploaded onto that.
Man, that's awesome. And then as far as you performing with him recently, tell us a little bit about how that all came about.
So we were in the studio, we were doing the song Bad Dreams, and then Stu was like, hey, you should listen to some other music that this kid has. Like all he does is write hits, and I'm just like, oh, he's gassing me, whatever. So we played this song Beach Baby for Jimmy, and then in the song I said, I'm from the beach though, where the 2 comes after the 3-0, and Jimmy was like, looked at me and him and was like, no, this kid did not just say that. He was like, that is fire, and I'm like, no way, like Jimmy's hype, you know what I mean? Like, to hear somebody like that getting hype about a song that I wrote is just like crazy. And then he was like, looked at Stu and was like, tell him to be at Soundcheck tomorrow at 3 o'clock. We're performing at Bottle and Cork, and I'm looking at like oh my god, like did he just say I'm performing with him at a sold out show in Dewey in my hometown, like with Jimmy?
Yeah.
It was just
The
like,
day before.
Yeah, the day before. Like I literally just met this man, and now he's like, come perform with me, and I'm like, you know what I mean? Like it was just crazy, man.
And how was it like when you got there, like the feeling up on stage, all the people? Because I've been to the Bottle and Cork when it's sold out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. And then there was this private little room at the top where you can actually see the whole crowd, like out this little window.
Right.
And I was like, Josh, are you ready? And we were just like I was getting butterflies for him.
Oh, yeah, it was crazy. So like I performed. That was my 3rd time ever performing. So I performed twice at Annual Sin, and also what was it? In New York. I forget what the show was called. The venue was called. But and Jimmy's like, yeah, you've done this before. Like I Soundcheck. He's like, yeah, you performed before, right? And I'm like, yeah,
of course. I do this all the time.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like this. You know what I mean? So and then when we did it, I think I came out like after his 9th song, after like Home Sweet Home
Literally
Town.
mid-set.
Yeah,
a lot of artists just let you open up for them and then they come out. Like he literally brought Josh on mid-set.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was crazy. And like my stage presence compared to Jimmy Allen's is 2 completely different things. I was like, yeah, I got a little bit to work on, but I had fun, man. Everybody was showing so much love. Everybody liked the song. I got on stage and everybody's like, can we take a picture? Who are you? This and that. And it's just like literally him doing that. And like the song hasn't even come out yet. And there's so many doors opening up. Like I'm about to perform at some colleges. I'm traveling to Atlanta. Shout out to Grant, my producer, Grant Dawson. I'm about to go to Atlanta and do some stuff, work with him.
Unreal talent, that kid.
Yeah,
nice.
Grant
he
is
mixes
awesome.
all his vocals. Even Jimmy was like, he's dope.
Yeah, I literally FaceTime Grant and like just handed Jimmy the phone. Like, here you go, talk to Jimmy Allen. He's like, whoa. Like, so it was just crazy. Man.
Now, so we were talking about DJ KP. You're going to be on Studio 2, which is his
Yes.
podcast
Yeah, I'm
every
hyped for
Monday
that.
night, 9 o'clock on all your social platforms, YouTube. Look up Studio 2, Kevin
August
Palmer.
5th.
Yeah, August the 5th.
Yeah.
And can we say we're like what you wanted to do with this podcast?
Oh, we're taking it to the beach. He was like, come to see. I was like, no, just come to the beach, man. It's just kids that we're doing the beach life type things. We might even
Hopefully,
open up a
we can
record
get that
label.
to happen. Yeah.
To do the whole show like live.
At the
Yep,
beach.
at
Man,
the
that's
beach.
awesome.
Like maybe
Yeah.
at the rudder, like on the back deck somewhere, like just somewhere
Yeah.
like that. I think would be dope.
Man,
Something different.
absolutely. And his podcast is blown up,
Yeah,
Studio
it has,
2.
it has.
So, but yeah, again, August the 5th, check you out on his show. It's on YouTube. Also, Kevin Palmer on Facebook. Look it up. But Studio 2, Tops Cut Off. So we have your one single. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back. We're going to play it.
Okay.
Let's go.
And,
Let's go.
we'll come back on. You can introduce the song or whatever.
Okay,
and then we'll talk a little bit more. Cool?
Okay,
Stay
that's fine with
tuned
me.
in.
All
Y'all
right.
want to hear
Stay
it?
tuned. Shout out to the beach.
Yes, very good. We have Josh Diamond live in studio. It is 8:36.